Come out to the bar.
Hello YouTube, cheers and welcome to The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
And I'm D-Boy Slim.
And The Basement Debates is the first daily hip-hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family. And listen, we tried to get back to talking some serious hip-hop, history, cultural significance, nuanced debates.
So is this not serious hip-hop and cultural significance?
But you pulled us back in. YouTube family. Team, listen. Pusha T goes savage singing in another Drake diss. And we're going to debate where this competition is right now. Okay? Also, you guys, go check out our Patreon page. We put up a blooper reel for patrons only a couple weeks ago. You're gonna love it, it's hilarious. And now it's time for the patron only live chat. This Thursday, 9 o'clock p.m. You gotta be a patron and you want to chat live with us, you want to debate us live on the air, go become a patron. We're talking about Cosby, Drake, the gun debate, Young Dolph, Gambino, all of that. Go become a patron now, $2 a month is all you need to debate us live on the air. Go do it. You're not gonna regret it. We even called a patron last time, like literally live on the air to debate D-Boy. Anyway, today's question is Pusha T in the lead with the story of Adidon. You got nothing to say?
Streets is back.
Oh,
let's go.
With that being said, Lego. Let's get back to hip hop, man. I got a lot to say.
Unless you've been under a rock for the last 2-3 days, then you know the burning issue in hip hop right now is does Drake have a child that he's been hiding?
We talking character, let me keep with the facts. You are hiding a child, let that boy come home.
He hasn't been hiding him. They named the daggone shoe after him, man. Stop it.
Did he ever tell us that he had a son? Have you ever seen Drake with his son?
Does he need to tell us that he have a son?
There we got the Adonis response from Pusha T, and then my man
Adidon. That's the name of the shoe. If you didn't know, like, come on, man.
So you
I got a lot to say.
Tell us, you introduce your son as you get a deal with Adidas?
By naming a popular brand after him, sure.
So you don't tell us you have a son until you get to deal with Adidas?
Well, I don't know why anybody needs to know about what's going on.
Well, I'll tell you what. Score Pusha T one. At first,
it was savage.
At first, listening to it, it didn't jump out at me. It wasn't, and I think for that reason, I kind of undermined the strategic end of it, the cleverness and the wordplay that he chose, and just the diss song in itself. When he brings out a visual picture of Drake with a blackface. That was a real picture actually taken, and I just thought it was clever and timely. And Infrared, in his first initial diss, he says something about dancing around and monkey suits. He actually says monkey suits in this diss, but in the first diss he says dancing around. I'm not one to dance around with the white people and all of that. This one, people were, at first, initially when people heard the song, I was hearing a lot of comments saying that, why did he get so personal? And it's understandable. I mean, the guy said his wife's name, or wife-to-be, fiance, And once you do that, once the level of disrespect is there, then you can't expect for him to hold back anything. Again, you could tell it was strategic, meaning that what he said was calculated, and to the extent of what he said was calculated, so that it kind of sounds like when he says it's going to be a surgical summer, I'm taking from that's an indication that he's gonna carve up and slice into Drake's career nice and slow. So, like I said, the wordplay that he chose to use was definitely clever, and again, it leads you to believe that everything was calculated and strategic, which I like about it. As I listen to the song again, he gets into the guy's father and lack thereof, the absence of his father at a young age.
You mention wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing. Marriage is something that Sandy never had, Drake. How you a winner, but she keep coming in last place.
And possibly, and you gotta, this goes along with the song, because you gotta say, well, this is who raised you or lack thereof, so this is what made you. This is what made you who you are. Like I said, it's clever wordplay. His mother, how his father never married his mother. And so now, fast forwarding, you got a son that you're not even claiming. So, again, you start to look at these things, it's like it's adding up, it's calculated, like it's adding up. He said he's gonna pull it back layer by layer. So, again, I like Push's response. I like his diss. It was timely. It was very clever. And again, when you listen to it, it's very strategic. So, who's winning right now? I would say 1-1. And I guess but the Bruce is gonna jump on me and say it's pending on what Drake's response.
Well, now, let me say it then.
And I respect that. But I would have to say it's 1-1 right now.
Unfortunately, when you started it, you can't win the second one until the other person punches. Now, if Drake doesn't respond in 2 weeks or 1 week, even not giving him a lot of time, because he's known for coming fast. If it takes him too long, he lost. That's it. If it takes him too long, he lost.
Just like with Meek and Drake.
Meek came back with something crazy, 7-minute joint, 2 months later. Right. Get out of here. If it takes too long, he lost. But you can't say at the beginning of the round, before the round ends, that this person won. Oh, did you see that hit? And the guy's still jumping. Like,
he landed one,
and that's what's up. I will say that he was savage. He was elegant in his savagery. Unfortunately, if it's like against what Drake said, how you win is the response to what was said about you. So has he edged out and eked out a number one spot in this battle so far? No, not yet. Not just because Drake hasn't responded, but because he hasn't responded to all of Drake's numerous disses and accusations. He didn't respond to the fact that he doesn't rap what he does. He raps what he knows. He didn't respond to the fact that, well, even when he did respond to how he talked about Kanye and said, take a look at your boss, I would like to direct you to something that Pusha T says. And I know y'all gonna hate me for this, because everybody wants to love what Pusha did because it was savage. But let's be honest, the first minute, it took him a minute to start rapping. He rapped for exactly 1 minute. And the last minute, he was kind of just rapping about himself and his place in hip hop, and then a long space. So the only thing that he really responded to was the fact that his wife's name was said. That's okay, but it doesn't make you the winner. It doesn't make it outstanding. Just real quick, when he does respond a little bit, he says, I'm kind of mad that you even brought Yeezy into this, because I want the hate for myself. I want the curses for myself. Immediately after saying, baby divides the pie for all of you.
How dare you put yay in my verses? I'm selfish, I want all of the curses. I'm pre-booking the churches, me versus Multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie. Wait,
so come on, we can see right through that. That was a wash. That's a wash, and we understand it. Now, he's holding back. This is where I agree with D-Boy. He's holding back. It's obvious. He's doing it in such a way that makes you want the sequel. It's just like when you watch the movie and at the end it ends on a cliffhanger. It's done purposefully, it's done intelligently, and it's done well. Unfortunately, I can only judge by the song that he put out. So although we know that there's more coming, we know the scalpel is out, and we're waiting for the cut, the movie ended. So right now he's not winning. All we know is we're in anticipation for what this summer is gonna bring, because Drake's gonna have to do his best ever to even tread water. Period. I said it in 2 shows ago that he's a pop rapper, and these things have brought the best out of him. These battles have brought the best out of him and have actually elevated his value in hip hop. Now he's gonna have to really prove it. It's not enough. It's not enough, but it was done well, and I know there's more coming, and it was done that way purposefully, so I could be saying this and then be proven wrong about a week from now. I feel that, and I love it, and I can't wait to be. But that's just first 1 and 2 points. That's it. That's it. I'll leave it right there.
Look,
it's not enough.
Where Bruce is hung up on not enough, I think there's enough. And as Bruce alluded to, we know that there's more to come. When you say not enough, you mentioned the fact that you didn't feel it was enough in your book because the lack of rebuttal.
He didn't respond to any of the
However, this is it's a 2-3 minute song at best, and forget rebutting to what he threw out, the propaganda that he threw out. What's taking over the battle is the content that Pusha has spewed out, which says,
true, that's true.
Drake, do you have a son? Is the biggest pop rapper in the last 10-15 years not claiming his son? Like, you talk all of this, what's this, and you need to do that, and you're sure he questioned the validity of how much did you sell more drugs than your older brother? And nobody's even worried about that. This is why
it was dope when we first heard it, though.
It was a dope. Right. It was a dope line because nobody's ever questioned Pusha T in that manner. I'm gonna keep it all the way a stack with you. Nobody's ever questioned Pusha T in that manner. However,
now he's changed the.
We know Pusha's official in a lot of what he talks,
changed the topic,
and has done a lot of what he's talked. Even Drake alluded to it in the song. You may have sold to the college kids and got the Mercedes, but you act like you sold drugs with Escobar in the 80s. So there's truth there is what he's telling you. But
okay, I will say
so
this
that's that's neither here nor there. Do you have a son though? What's taking over this battle.
So I will say this
and the propaganda that's Pusha T is thrown out, which, like I said, it's strategic. It's calculated. This guy has information. He has names. He has dates. He has receipts and whereabouts is what's going on. Like,
kinda. I don't know about all that. He just mentioned it and made us wonder. I don't know if he never showed these receipts.
I never knew about Adonis before this. Did you?
But he named the shoe.
Did you?
What I did was I looked it up.
Right.
I don't really. I'm still on Atari. I don't know about Adidas. But I do know that shoe that people knew about that. And this fine.
My point in it's calculated.
Okay, and I agree with you there. We're talking about winner. So check it out. Check it out. I'm gonna say this. I was gonna hold off, but instead I am gonna say it because you're making great points. We talked about in the Nicki Minaj, Remy Ma joint. Mm-hmm. The reason why for you Remy Ma didn't really win or hasn't won the battle or the war, whatever I can't remember, was because you can just say a lot of stuff, but it doesn't have to be true. You can say a lot of defamatory stuff, but there's no actual concrete evidence. And one thing that bothered me was this picture. When I went ahead, I was like, yo, what's this? I went ahead, looked at it. Of course, you know me, did the research, and the picture that you saw is the happy. There's the other side of the picture that was cropped out, that was dark and sad. And both together in that picture presented the powerful duality of the representation of race and the expectations on art, which is why you get a light-skinned guy to paint that on his face and do the happy one next to the sad one that's chained up and sad. When you look at that full picture, It's obvious what that's saying. It's not, hey, I like blackface, and you can agree with that. I mean, be honest. You look at a whole picture that's like that. That is manipulation. You look at that, and now you can't even see the other picture, the entire picture for what it was. And an artist could have done that anytime, and you'd have been like, oh man, oh snap, Kendrick did that. Did you see that? The one where he was in blackface and sad, and then the other one where he was happy and he put it together. Like, nah, all you see is the one. So that's a manipulation. I don't like that. When you're talking about his son, he named the shoe after his son. I feel you. You can say anything. I need to hear what Drake has to say about that.
We need answers, Drake, and that's all.
That doesn't mean you win.
It does. It does, because just like you just pointed out, your analogy was, and Nicki Minaj.
That was your
well, you brought it up. I didn't bring it up. You brought it up, and you said, well, the reason why. Because you can say a bunch of stuff. Well, here's the thing: you can say a bunch of things. I can say right now.
That's why Remy Ma didn't win for you. That's what I'm saying. That's why he doesn't win for me.
Let me finish. You can say that you have three. I can sit right here and say that you have three heads on your neck right now. Everybody can only see one. So meanwhile, you can say, "Oh, there was a bigger picture. There was more to the picture. He manipulated the picture." The bottom line is, we need answers. The biggest pop artist that has sold probably the most albums in the last 10 years, we need answers from. It's 1-1 at the very least. It's 1-1.
It's not 1-1.
Like,
okay, so
hip hop is back.
There's a round two. Round one was Drake.
Thanks,
so if there's a round two, that means we have to wait for Drake's response. Listen, it's up to you guys. Leave the comments right down there. Who's right, who's wrong in this? Please tell us, and if you leave a comment, of course, you know that we will shout you out. That's how we do it. And we only got one shout out for today, and that's the guy who was screaming at us for not talking about this yesterday. And you know what? You're right. We should have. BG Method, appreciate you. We was going to talk about it anyway. Tomorrow, hopefully, unless Drake responds, we will be talking about groups and hip hop, but we're going to wait. Everything's on hold till we hear a response. BG Method said hip hop has genres because it's too big to just be one. It's gonna be that way. There you go. Rock music has it, hip hop has it now too. And that's what's up, and that's what I was saying. Listen, everybody, appreciate you. Watch the show. Go become a patron before it's too late. Before it's too late. Go become a patron. Our show tomorrow, 9 o'clock, live on Patreon. Come debate with us. If you don't like what we've said, anything in this past month that we're bringing up, you can debate us live. It's very simple, very easy. We already have a few patrons so far. BG Method, go become one, man.
Keep leaving those comments. We'll keep shouting you out. Let us know. Not only on today's topic in which what you thought, but let us know what else is going on, who else we need to be checking for, what cities you would like to see us debate about.
Facts.
All of that.
Beautiful.
Keep tuning in. We got y'all.
Peace.